Hi everyone, I just wanted to talk about Katamari Damacy. This was a game I definitely got into much later, and for its notorious reputation for being that weird Japanese game. However, the game itself, besides the weird and strange and very off-key dialogue, the basic gameplay component is incredibly simple and incredibly fun and incredibly addicting, and so I highly recommend this game to anyone. So the basic premise is that you are the prince of the cosmos, and your father, the king, needs you to roll up items on Earth and create new stars because the stars have ran away or something, or the constellations have fallen out of the sky, something like that. And so the basic premise of Katamari is basically you will start off as a very small size, and you'll start rolling up things like pencils and erasers and other weird things. And then as your ball gets bigger, you begin gathering up more and more stuff. It's a very simple premise that's honestly super addicting, and what's really impressive is just the amount of things you can actually roll up. Because everything that you get, every little like piece, or everything from an ant to like a chess piece, has a description to it, and it'll display in the bottom right with the last thing you picked up, and it'll be this really funny, really cool little game. I really don't know how else to describe it. Another big thing about Katamari is probably the music. The music is just so uniquely, how would I say, upbeat, fun, happy, positive. There's nothing to really, criticize or get upset about when you're playing a game like this. It's all about good energy and good vibes and just having fun with it. It's very, I would say, also child friendly, so literally anyone can play this, but it is, again, very, very weird. The cutscenes are extremely borderline disturbing, I would say. There's, the kid saying, "I can feel the cosmos. Capricorn flew back," and things like this. And you're just like, all right, well, I just have to roll with it. You just kind of immerse yourself in the identity or the the vibes of Katamari, of this game, and you kind of come to understand its vibe, and you just kind of surrender to it. It's charming, it's fun, it's easy to learn, and kind of hard to master if you want to optimize your route, I guess. And it's just one of those games where, when I first started playing games, it's definitely something I wouldn't get into simply because it is very just strange, honestly. And it's really fun, though, because near the end of the game, each level, you kind of start at a higher or a deeper spot. For example, eventually you're rolling up people, and you'll have things like different ethnicities, or like something like fat American tourist and things like this. So it has a very a good-natured comical vibe about it. Of course, getting hit makes you lose some pieces and lose time, and every level does have a time limit. So it's kind of fun to see how much stuff you can roll up in one go for a certain map. Maybe you think, oh, there might be more that I could do for this certain map, or you might be thinking, oh, there's this whole section of the map I didn't even get to explore, that I would like to go and see and do and see what it has there, maybe get my stuff up that way. And so it really is a matter of kind of getting up to as big as you can in the fastest amount of time, and also just seeing how big you can get. Example, in this opening level, you're in a house, and then once you're big enough, you can actually go outside and a whole new world opens up. So the amount of stuff, it's for such a simple game, the amount of stuff that you can interact with and roll up is huge. And by the end of the game, you're rolling up entire cities and islands, basically. It's it's very fun, and it's one of those classic weird experiences that I just would highly, highly recommend. There's no way to not have fun with this game. It's just fun in itself. And it's silly, it's goofy. The soundtrack is wonderful. There's some really great songs here. And it's just one of the things that it's part of the gaming landscape that's just worthy of experiencing at least once. Yeah. There's like one move, I think, where you take the control sticks and you move them back and forth in parallel to charge up a little dash attack so you can get up things like hills and other things like that. And I think this series has a lot of sequels and a lot of spin-offs and things like that, and it's just an iconic game. There's nothing quite like it, but I feel like there are going to be copycats eventually in the future, but this is the original. So I think there's beautiful Katamari on like 360 that came out 2007. I think this one, Damacy, is a bit earlier. But yeah, they are fantastic fun games. There's nothing to really much to be said or sold. If you like what you see, you definitely should just play it. It's very fun.